All right, guys, welcome to Negative Exponents Day 2. So just to recap, yesterday we learned if you have a base with a negative exponent, you drop it to the denominator and it becomes positive. Remember that? If you have a base with a negative exponent, you drop it to the denominator and it becomes positive. Now, we have a new rule today. If your base with the negative exponent is already in the denominator, then you move it to the numerator and it becomes positive. Okay, so this is from the other day and this is from today. And then I put those same reminders from the other day. The base and the exponent must move together. Any term without a negative exponent stays where it is. And if everything moves, replace it with a 1. All right, now to remember these rules, there is a old Snoop Dogg song, like from when I was in college, Drop It Like It's Hot. Do you guys know that song? If you don't, I'll play it for you today. So to the tune of Snoop Dogg's Drop It Like It's Hot, here's our exponent rules with negatives. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. Bring it to the top, bring it to the top. Huh? You know that song? All right, so this will help you remember what to do. Okay, you guys are probably all making fun of me right now, but that's okay. All right, so number 1. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. So this guy has got to come up to the numerator, and it's p to the 6 on top, and then the 1 gets to stay. So that one's just 1p6. All right, number 2. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top, right? Okay, so the x to the 4 comes up, and there's already a 3 there, so it's just 3x to the 4th. Okay, number 3. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. Okay, so that guy's going to come up to the top. So on top we have now 1z to the positive 5, but don't forget the 2 gets to stay. We don't move the 2, they're separate. Okay, number 4. Now this one we have a lot going on. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top, and everything else stays put. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. On top now, we have the original a to the 3rd that didn't move, but now the c1 came to the top. And then in the denominator, we had the original d5 that stayed, and then we brought the b to the 7 down, and it became positive. All right, so that's the answer for 4. All right, moving along, guys. Number 5. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. And those guys are going to stay put. So now we have a 4 and a d and a c squared. Because when you move it, it becomes positive. Okay, number 6. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. All right, so let's see what we got. On top now, we have the p to the 6 that we brought up. We also have the k7 from the beginning. And then don't forget that t is still down at the bottom. All right, moving along. Number 7. Now this one, they're both negative. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. So we're going to have a total swap here. The V2 is going to come up to the top, and the G5 is going to drop to the bottom. And then don't forget they become positive when you move them. Okay, last one is number 8. If your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. All right, let's see what we got here. So in the numerator, we have the v to the third that we brought up, and we still have the n to the fifth that was there. And then the y to the 2 is now in the bottom. All right, guys, that is negative exponents day 2. Hope it made sense.